All right, my friends, we are back in the metal shop garage following up on the UPR catch can system. All right, that's just got carb cleaner in it. There, can't really see it. Anyway, so I have torn this thing apart, and here is what I've found. This little screen here, and there's another piece of screen shaped like a cone there inside. I pulled that out with needle-nosed pliers. This screws in here, just like that, okay? It's threaded. And this piece, the bigger piece, screws on top of that. And on this piece, we have, I'm not going to put this back together because it's a pain, but you have a flat, then you have another screen, then you have the screen with the holes in it, and then there's supposed to be this washer here, this O-ring, sorry, that's supposed to seal it. Now, I found, look how big this is. This O-ring is much too big. It's supposed to seal in this channel, holding that screen in place. Now, this is probably, from me spraying it with carb cleaner, it's probably just expanded this thing and swollen it up so that it doesn't hold anymore. I'll have to get the right size O-ring there at the hardware store or whatever when I go to put this back together. But so I did spray out this screen and this screen with carb cleaner, and here is what I got. So I don't know if you can see that. That's the carb cleaner is the liquid, but all the black kind of granules in there is whatever. It's probably whatever was clogging this thing up. I have to check UPR's website because I'm guessing they probably sell, or they should, if they don't, I don't know, they should sell these parts as serviceable parts. You probably should replace this screen and these screens once a year, I would guess, because mine ran about 1.5 years before throwing the check engine, so it was working properly, and now it does not. So here on the inside of this, I'm not sure if you can see this well enough, but this side here goes to the PCV, and it comes in and it dumps right through into the screen, which, and you just imagine now the catch can is on top of this. So there's catching all your vapors. And then this is the open portion, and this side here is just, you can see it just a little bit in there. Let me see if I shine some light in there. This is great camera work. There you go, you can kind of see it. Anyway, it's open. This side here is open right into that large chamber. So I definitely had this hooked up the right way. I had it hooked up like this. So just like so. So this is the side that comes in through the screen, through all that screening to catch all your junk, and then straight out through this side. It's pretty simple. There's no one-way valves in this setup. There's nothing that could really be causing that Ford flow sensor to go off, other than these screens are so clogged that it's a restriction in the system, and it's turning on your check engine light. So you stand by for just 1 second. I just wanted to show you that little conical shaped screen. And this is just, something that they kind of fashioned like this little cone, this little wedge deal, and it's shoved into the top here. And this is still pretty dirty. I'm gonna give this a blast with carb cleaner before I put this all back together. Again, I'm still not sure what I'm gonna do. These are the inner workings. I'm gonna check UPR website and see if there's serviceable parts available for these, and I will get back to you, my friends. Cool. With the black gloves. All right, so I did leave those screens soaking overnight in carb cleaner. What I ended up doing was it fit in here. You can't really see that very well. I used this because it's just a nice small container. It's small, but it's tall, so I was able to fill it up with the carb cleaner, and I'm just gonna have to dump these out. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get them like this. It's been 24 hours or so, and look at the black coming out of there. That black is all, you know, all deposits. They're stuck in these things. So I'm going to leave them here in the middle just to dry. Sorry, can you see that? I'm leave those parts there in the middle to dry. They're not serviceable. I did check with UPR. They don't have, these parts are not available on their website, and clearly they should be. And I can't believe, with all the problems that I've read on the internet that people have had with these canisters, that they're not selling these screens. I believe, I don't know if it's really going to be that simple or not, but I believe that replacing these screens will take care of all the check engine lights that are coming on, because it's just flow. You know, it's just that flow sensor that's triggering your check engine light that's just not showing enough flow. And you clean these off. I mean, I think unless people are having problems with them right off the bat, I certainly didn't. Mine worked, for, like I said, for a year and a half without any issues whatsoever. So anyway, I just wanted to real quickly follow up and show you the process there. I'll let those dry out, clean out, good. Put this thing back together, get an O-ring, put this back in the car, and we'll go from there. Cool. All right, so where would I leave off? All right, I'm going to put this back together, this UPR oil catch can. I wanted to show you first, look at this. The carb cleaner has pretty much evaporated. This, all this gook, this black stuff, I don't even know what I would call it. This was contained inside of these two screens here. You know, I blasted it out. It's almost like a soot. But that, I think that's the problem right there. I believe that's the culprit. That is what is clogging this thing up and setting off that flow sensor. So I did get a new O-ring. The other one swelled up and was shot. So let's see. This thing, it's really pretty simple how it goes together. You know, this small piece here, it's threaded, screws right into there. Kind of crushes that filter element a little bit. I'll just do finger tight there. We'll set that aside. And this here, so we have this large flat aluminum washer will go on the bottom. Oh, does it fit anymore? We'll see how it couldn't. It was like so. Then we have our screen media element deal, whatever you want to call that. It goes down there like that. Then on top of that is the perforated top washer. It's kind of got a curve to it, so I can put that curve down. You can see the channel there that's left for the O-ring, and all the O-ring is doing is kind of holding all of the rest of this in place there. That's really all it's doing, is kind of making a little sandwich out of the whole deal. It's not really used for sealing. It's I want to kind of make sure that I push that down into that groove. That's threaded as well. I've done a good job cleaning these threads. I suppose I could use, do I have it? Yeah, I got a little, maybe I'll peel this back apart and just drop. I don't know if I have any left on this brush or not that'll work. Yeah, it works. See, the brush stuff never dries. It's a little anti-seize. Just a tiny little bit of anti-seize there. It is, they're all aluminum. It's just, you're screwing aluminum into aluminum, but why not just give yourself that added little bit of protection there. Just a tiny little dab. This stuff is just awful. It just freaking gets anywhere. But I think what you're going to find is that this UPR really should have a service procedure for this. These things need to be cleaned out probably, I'd say, at least once a year. If not, you know, why not do it with every oil change? Take your thing apart and clean it just like I did, and you probably do away with all those check engine lights. Now, I've heard some people have said that, you know, they've contacted UPR, they've had similar issues, and UPR, whenever they talk to them, claims that they don't have any known issues. I mean, I gotta call BS on that. It's all over the internet. People have to, you know, UPR has to know that they have issues. And I told you, my system is kind of cobbled together. This is from another vehicle, and I kind of adapted it to fit myself. This isn't even, you know, the one that they purpose build for the Explorer Sport, and I'm still getting the check engine. You know, and I double checked this. Sorry, now of course that I put the elements on there, but when you have the element off, it's really easy to see here that this, sorry, poor lighting, this side here comes from the head. You can tell that this goes, this side here feeds into element, this side here is in the big cavity of the channel, and that goes out to your intake tract. And it's very obvious which way that it goes. And just in case you get this mixed up and your bracket gets spun around, you see how easy that could happen. You could easily spin the bracket. They do sell replacement O-rings for this. I mean, fantastic, great. What do we care about O-rings for that for? All right, so there's that. Okay, we have the hoses. I think what I'm going to do is I may install a one-way valve. I have a really nice one-way valve from a previous, this is from a JLT setup that I had for the Celine S331, and there is the one-way valve. And of course I use these power grip, these awesome Gates power grip hoses, but I can cut this thing apart and install this one-way valve, this one-way check valve onto the UPR kit, because under boost this side here is hooked, you know, to your intake. So conceivably under boost you could be sending boosted air pressure back through into the PCV. I haven't had any issues, but you know, something to think about. Anyway, so there's the service for the UPR catch can. That's how I've serviced it. I'm going to install it. Sorry. I'm going to reinstall it on the car, and I'll let you know how we fare. So you guys that are having this issue, take the thing apart, give it a good cleaning, and hopefully that'll take care of your problem with the check engine light. You know, with the P04DB crankcase ventilation system disconnected. All right, my friends, as always, I appreciate your support. Please give me a thumbs up, hit that like, share my video. Please subscribe if you are new to the channel. Try to put out at least one good video a week. Not always automotive content, but I really do try, because I know those are the videos everyone wants to see. Again, my friends, I really appreciate your support. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. UPR Oil Catch Can Service.